What's going on, LEGO Maniacs, and welcome back to a brand new video. I am ZacATK. So today, we have a ton of LEGO news, and I was actually recording a video this morning on the way to work, and then more Pokemon news dropped, and I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to cover this all from my phone, so I decided to wait until the afternoon to film and edit this, and hopefully have it up to you before 6 p.m., so comment down below if I made it before 6. So anyways, we have the first reveal of all of the LEGO Pokemon sets for the first wave in 2026. And honestly, I'm a bit surprised that they didn't wait to do this until Pokemon Day to reveal it all. But we first saw it on Pokemon's website. They're like, boom, here it is. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the first 6 LEGO Pokemon sets. So the first one we hear, and this one honestly is the coolest, but it's also the most expensive, and that is set number 72153, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise with 6,838 pieces, retailing for $650. Now, this is a really cool looking set. I can really appreciate the magnitude and the scale of it. The Pokemon themselves don't look too bad. I will have to admit they do look pretty awesome. The display stand looks very nice. You have like an aquatic environment for Blastoise. You have like a jungle plant-based one for Venusaur, and like a volcano-esque build for Charizard. And this all looks really, really good. The builds look very, very clean. Lots of printed elements, which I can definitely appreciate the printed elements. So hopefully no stickers in this set. Here's the kicker, and this is where I'm the most disappointed with Pokemon, and that is the GWP that is paywall locked behind this set. So overall, this set is phenomenal looking. It is insanely expensive. There are no minifigures. You know, for this price point, you would think you'd get one minifigure. Maybe one. Maybe two. Ash, Gary, maybe Professor Oak, 3. That would be pushing it here, but hey, if you're gonna ask $650 for this, you need to give me a little something more than just pieces, Lego pieces. So it looks phenomenal. Here's my gripe: this phenomenal looking Kanto region badge collection set, which if this was a set all on its own and not a GWP. Okay, not a GWP. And honestly, you could probably go and pick a brick, find the parts for all this, and make your own stickers. And you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be making my own stickers and getting the parts for this from Pick a Brick, because there's no way I'm going to pay $650 just to get a $30 set. It's not happening, my guy. But this looks phenomenal. It's absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. I love the parts used in this. I love the window build for the case. It's the blue color is honestly my favorite part of this entire set, and I'm really stoked that such a thing does exist. But I'm honestly very disappointed in LEGO for paywall locking this behind a GWP. This is not the answer. This should have been a set by itself that you could have purchased. And honestly, my big thing too is I figured LEGO in the back of my mind would do a badge set within the Pokemon theme and do that for every generation. They have 9 generations to choose from here, eventually 10, and drop the ball on this one big time. This would have been a phenomenal set to purchase for separately for everything else. So let's talk about the next one. And this one is more palpable. This is set number 72151, and that is Eevee for $60 with 587 pieces. The price per brick ratio, or price per part ratio, is on point with this set. $59.99, 587 pieces, printed elements, absolutely phenomenal. My only gripe: no minifigure. I feel like a minifigure, a Gary minifigure, something, or a Eevee minifigure would have been warranted. And this looks phenomenal. This is probably one of the best of my expectations of seeing a LEGO Pokemon look more flushed out, look better. It doesn't look like the Mega Block sets. They don't look very mechanically. They look very, LEGO's version looks very flushed out, very, very nice. So I think this is great. Definitely, I will be picking this one up. I do wish there was a counterpart to this with a reasonably priced Pikachu. So let's go ahead and talk about that one now. And that is the Pikachu with Pokeball. It's a set number 72152 with 2,050 pieces retailing for $199.99. So $200. This is an okay looking Pikachu. I feel like Pikachu looks more bubbly than I would expect. And by bubbly, I don't mean happy. By bubbly, I mean very chunky in areas that should be more rounded and more, I guess, more toned out. The Pokeball is one that I am very disappointed in because they went the route with using large dome pieces, which going in comparison with another Lego product that uses Legos is Bricker Builds. Their Pokeballs look absolutely phenomenal, and this just doesn't do it for me. The Pokeball just doesn't do it for me. I feel like that if we are going to go this route of a Pokeball, a brick built one would have served you much better than this. And don't get me wrong, this is a fairly decent Pikachu. I do like how cute it looks. I like the cheeks and whatnot, but it does feel kind of, I don't know, it's something's just there that doesn't do it right. And I do like the option where they give you the option to where you can make a male or female Pikachu. That's very, very nice. The stand has me questioning, like, it's like this play feature of you can launch Pikachu, or you can, or maybe that's just like a display portion. Maybe it doesn't have any play features. It's just meant for display. And $200 just seems a bit much. And again, there's no minifigures. There's really nothing special about the set that could denote $200. I mean, you have maybe what, 2-3 printed elements, and that's the mouth and the eyes, which the eyes are very generic pieces that I wouldn't think would cost much to print on these parts. For me, I don't know, guys. This one I feel like is a miss. I feel like a more fair price point would have been like maybe $150, especially if it included a minifigure. Like, again, huge opportunity missed here for minifigures. Ash, guaranteed, would have knocked this out of the park. A Ash minifigure would have been amazing, along with an accompanying Pikachu minifigure. And I don't know what LEGO's plans to do this are. And honestly, I hope that, I really do hope that that LEGO has something here for all of this, because this is just one of those things where I feel like that they could have done so much more with incorporating other parts and everything else. So it's one of those things where I feel like that we could have done something so much better. But I digress. The next one is going to be probably the one that I'm the most mad about, and that is the Mini Pokemon Center. So this Mini Pokemon Center, it has a cool printed piece. I will admit that is a very cool printed piece and something that could probably be easily replicated. But this is locked behind having 2,600 VIP points. And my gripe with this is that I don't, again, this LEGO could have a whole new wave coming out in later this year, which I hope they do. But having this set paywall locked behind VIP points is very, very frustrating for me, because I had just spent a good portion of my VIP points or insider points, whatever you want to call them. I just spent them on giving myself a discount on a huge LEGO purchase that I made, and that was buying parts to Mills plate the rest of my train track set, or my train track builds in my LEGO City behind me. And now I have to buy more Lego, which I obviously was going to do, duh. But now I'm having to buy more sooner than I wanted to in order to get my VIP points or insider points back up to where I can get this set. And the only reason why I want this set is just to make a larger scale mock of it. I feel like that this would be a phenomenal, like obviously I could probably do something way better in, LeoCAD or any other Lego designing program out there to make a bigger Pokemon Center, but I just like this set. It really speaks to me for some reason. And I think it's pretty neat that we have this option here. And I was honestly hoping for a larger modular style Pokemon Center. So there are a ton of other rumored sets that are supposed to be coming out here in the year and maybe in the oncoming year. and I'll put them on screen right now. And a lot of them I just don't see happening. And so far, none of them really has matched up to what the leaks have said what would happen or what could happen. So, but that remains to be seen. It really does remain to be seen. Honestly, all of these sets are phenomenal. The badge case I absolutely love, but I am not going to be spending $650 on this set. I don't know what more could go into this set. I think a bigger, and I was talking to my buddy at work, Corey, today about this set, and we both agreed that it would have been so much better if these were standalone characters that you could have bought without all this extra zhuzh with it. Like we don't need the base, don't need that. I think a better opportunity for Lego in this instance was to have each one of these characters, just like Eevee, standalone with nothing extra. Same thing with Pikachu. All standalone characters. And again, this is where I feel like Lego had a trailer for the reveal of Lego Pokemon. At the very end of the trailer, they talked about, and they were really selling this too. They were selling this to my fellow millennials and myself, minus the back pain. I don't have back pain. But they were selling this whole idea of, trainers welcome, and, all this retro, these guys were wearing retro clothing, and they were ready to go out there and catch them all over again, the OG 151. And then they wrapped it up with adults welcome, trainers welcome. Problem here, $650. I think you need to change that tagline from adult/trainers welcome to the rich welcome, because this is insane, absolutely insane that we have this style of set going for $650, and we are seeing the increase of Lego on the regular putting out these sets. $1,000 Death Star, $700 Millennium Falcon. The list goes on, and we are capping that list off with starting out with 2026 with a $650 Lego set for Lego Pokemon. We knew the sets in this theme were going to be expensive, but I had no idea that they were going to be this expensive. So I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what you think of all of these new Lego Pokemon sets, which ones you be picking out, which ones you be, intentionally missing out on. Me personally, the only way I would buy this Lego Pokemon set is if I won the lottery. And this would be the very first sign, is boom, I made an irresponsible purchase of buying the most expensive Lego Pokemon set. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure and smash the like button, subscribe for more videos. Until then, friends, keep building, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.